Hey, Bonafides and YouTube otherwise. It's me, Cement Ted, and I'm back. I'm back with another video. And if you're in here, baby, you're good to go. Yeah, I'm back. Traitors Season 2, Episode 6, Backstab and Betrayal. This was bomb. This was bomb. Peter set the trap. These fools ran in it. I just do not understand how they ran into this like this. These traitors set the trap right into it. Everybody coming in, they thinking they done got Bergie unalive overnight, and that's it. Come to find out, Bergie got the shield. Bergie walk in, mouths open again. Again, you can look at them and tell that they're sweating bullets. Peter set the trap for Dan, Pavardi, and CT. The only one was like, oh, okay, whatever. When Bergie came in with CT. Like the stuff keeps changing and twisting and changing and twisting all the time. Yet and still you guys just don't prepare yourself for it not to be what you think it is. And you show your hand. Both of them was just like Peter said. They were shifting in their chairs. I'm looking at them crazy. It's like, do you really want to survive? Do you want to win? They come in. I didn't like when Peter let it be known. See, I feel like Peter and them should have never played their hand about what they did. I thought they should be like, oh, okay, cool. You got the shield. They didn't figure it out. Okay, cool. Do. And let the traitors wonder if Peter has set a trap or if this is just the naturalness of what happened. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know. But sometimes I'm thinking they don't have a lot of time to think. Like, I would probably be messing up a little bit too if they were trying to keep me on my thinking toes with time. Because, baby, I can figure out some stuff. And I really would not have ever let them know that we had planted seeds and that I had told any lie. Nobody would know I was willing to lie up in there. Nobody would know that I'm playing a hard game. And I think Peter just effed up. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. I don't know. So they told everything. Everybody knows. It's like, then Peter goes and he wants to talk to Pavardi and Dan. Pavardi gets a whack case. She don't even really try to me what she said to him. He's all like, "Yep, talk to me." Like he's the man and stuff. I'm the man. Folks don't like stuff like that either. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't like that. I wouldn't like it, and I would remember it now that he was still there. Okay. Uh, then Dan comes back in with his one trick pony trying to talk to Peter, talk about he got somebody, but can't, he's gonna name a name during the brown table and all this whoopty wop wop, right? He ain't giving no good story either. So Peter then went to his crew. He got the crew of him, Trishelle, and she really ain't playing no hard game. I don't see nothing. But anyway, except getting a shield. Him, Trishelle, John, Bergie, CT, and Kevin. That's a good amount of people. And they have a really strong alliance where they really trust each other and they care about each other right now while there's so many people in the game still. And they're just like, yeah, it's Bergie ain't changing. It's always been Dan for me. Okay. Like he's staying on my stuff. And the rest of them are understanding his case for Pavardi with the setup. Okay. So then they go out and they do the challenge. The challenge this time, I don't even be keeping up with the challenge, how much the money is for. I forgot how much they won. But this challenge is a catapult challenge. It's crazy as heck. Okay, so basically they have these catapults, like a tank, not a tank. What is it called? When you shoot the big cannonballs, it's like a cannon. Sorry. So they have the balls out there. The teams, the whole group is supposed to run the balls up this hill, pick up the supplies and money bags, and get all the money bags up another hill. By the time they get up the second hill, there's a catapult contraption there, and you have to pull the whole catapult up a third hill, and baby, it wore these folks out. Do you hear me? It tore them down. Even Phaedra, I was surprised that MJ and Phaedra Parks got up in and was really trying to pull and push. I was like, oh, really? Okay. Phaedra's like, nah, I got to get in here. It's getting tough now. I got to get down here and I got to put in some work. Because Phaedra really, in my opinion, has been just sliding by. She really has. And Phaedra is the type of person who will slide by because she's slippery. They even said on Married to Medicine, you ain't really working. Okay? You ain't really doing too much. And will let you do all the work. But I think she didn't recognize she got to pull some kind of weight, some kind of tangible amount of weight, noticeable amount of weight. So she's doing that, but they were struggling, the men. And CT is right. I get in and I get done what's supposed to be done. Now, baby, if Deontay and Marcus and them was there, they'd had that up there with the guys who was there that day. They'd had that kind of put up there a long time ago. What was so strange is that the shields were in these little boxes. And the thing was like, you just because you got the box marked shield, that does not mean that that you can actually what do you call it? Claim that you want a shield. You have to get it all the way up to the top of the hill and you place it down to be able to shoot the catapult to see if it's almost like a shot put game. Wherever the ball lands, if you land closer to the middle of the target. So people are just like, it's a gang of opportunities to get a shield to try, or not the shield, to get a box to try the shield, to try to shoot the catapult for the shield. But I just thought it was kind of lackadaisical the way that people were picking up shield boxes and just like, oh, you want it? Is this mine? And I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? And it's all the people who didn't even need no shield except for Peter. Peter did get a shield. I forgot to tell you, before they even got on the hill, baby, they had to cross a raging river. Baby, Phaedra got so girly. I was like, I am just not that girl. I be wanting to be that girl. She's like, I'm scared. I'm scared. Like, you can tell she was probably really, really scared. And I'm just like, I am just not that girl. Like, these are challenges, baby. You're going to have to get in here and get these fingernails broke off. Like, you're doing too much. You're not doing enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, she was scared. Some other ladies were hollering, they were scared. I was just like, oh my gosh. Kevin is with Trishelle, which I would not be really fooling with her if she was supposed to be in my crew like she is supposed to. And when they were crossing the water, he was really making sure he could have crossed it with ease. But he was really trying to see about her. And as soon as she saw a shield box, girl, she dang near drugged the man down to the ground, trying to hang on, trying to get to that thing. And he was still trying to hang on her and help her and stuff like that. I did not like that about Trishelle. That was real stank. Ain't nobody calling your name, Trishelle. Ain't nobody doing that to you. Just because you get that box does not mean that you even are going to get a shield. And I did not like how she did Kevin like that. And I want Kevin to remember it. I want him to remember it if it comes down to it. Okay? So anyway, they get up there, they fire the shots, and the only one who gets a shield is Sheree girl. I mean, anybody think about you, Sheree. So she wins a shot. They go back home. They gunning for Dan and Pavarti. Dan assures everybody, watch, I got a name. I've been watching this person since day one. Da 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 da. And I said, Phaedra. He gonna do Phaedra. And he has really been gunning to trick her off. You know what I'm saying? And so he's like, I got this person on my name. Can y'all please just open your mind? Have an open mind. Them folks ain't finna have no open mind. Oh no, redirect that you try to do, baby. Please. You know what I'm saying? Peter at this point knows that he's on to one or two of the traitors, and that after the banishment, he'll be unalive that night. And he's just telling everybody, like, I know that's what it is, but I just want to let you know these are the two. I told these three. One person I know didn't say nothing. I know is not a traitor. The other two, I just strongly suspect, right? Girl, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Girl, they get into that round table room. I was just like, y'all come down and say hey to me. I'm just sitting up here hollering. Cause everybody's sweating. Everybody's sweating, except for that new girl. Everybody's sweating. First, I'm just waiting to see. It was like a suspense on who's gonna talk first. First person to talk, Dan. Dan sets it up really, really cute, but not cute enough. Okay? He literally goes across who has had never had their name on a thing. He's deducing everybody down to one person, right? It's very cute. Who's never had their name written? People raise their hand. Okay, out of y'all, who's ever had a funny vote? So those people raise their hand. Okay, out of then he goes and he says, out of your time when you had a funny vote, you explained it and we understood. When you did it, you explained it and we understood. When you did it, was explained it and we understood. So then it was like Phaedra, Pavarti, and somebody else or something. So he goes through another round of stuff where he qualifies people. Then it's just Phaedra and Pavarti. Then he says Pavarti explained herself or whatever little funny thing she did, and then Phaedra, you haven't. Why would you do Ekansu like that? And Phaedra had her reply all the way together. Phaedra was blown. Do you hear me? She was like, I can't believe this fool didn't turn on me. And I'm sitting up here thinking, I don't know why. You already seen them team against you together. I don't get it. Like Phaedra's playing the game, but and even like to me, she was so surprised and angry with it that she kind of played that she was a traitor. I sometimes you just can't help it though. But she seemed very angry the way she got him together. But she told him he was gonna learn tonight. Okay, she said, listen, she was like, you try to say that I am a traitor because of a vote when we saw what the girl had just did. So yeah, I voted for her. And then you want to sit here and say, I'm unsuspecting. Well, what did she say? I don't know. Phaedra had the argument back down. I'm sorry, I'm not writing notes. I'm just trying to catch up. Phaedra had the arguments down. She read him. Well, she retort. Her retort was amazing. Her response was amazing. And everybody was just looking like, oh my gosh. And she told him, you gonna learn tonight, baby. And he just like did a swallow, like a gulp, like, oh my gosh, right? And everybody's like, yeah, so this is some bullshit that you came up with. And so a couple people keep saying, you still didn't say nothing, no names, and this is what you come up with, da 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 da. He just sitting there looking like, oh my gosh, I'm about to get railroaded. I'm like, you could not have really believed that was going to turn the tide for you. You just couldn't have. Then here goes Pavarti speaking at the end too much, which is further showing that she is a traitor. And she's all like, um, I just want to know that I didn't do this when Dan said whoop, 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 whoop. But I really did trust him at first. But now I'm looking at him, and then here go Peter. Listen, she's trying to distance herself. Don't forget that. And so everybody votes. The majority is the majority, of course, is Dan, and he's voted off. But it was a heavy thing between Dan and Pavarti, right? And I love what Peter did. He said, oh, I believe Dan is a traitor. But one thing that I need you to understand that I'm probably going to be unalive tonight. And I need you to know I'm about to vote for Pavarti. Even though I know Dan is one for sure. I'm voting for Pavarti because I don't want you to forget that Pavarti was also in that scheme that I did to uncover some traitors. Baby, I like Peter. So Dan gets up there and Phaedra's loving it. She was like, he thought he was trying to play. And he has to get she's all like, bye, goodbye. So I see you doing too much. You showing your hand. You showing your hand. Don't nobody else do all that when they get turned on by their people, by their, when they get turned on. They don't when they get backstabbed, they don't do all that. Phaedra, you doing too much. So they go back into the room, back into the castle, and they're hanging out and fellowshipping and drinking and whatever, celebrating that they got a traitor finally after all these days. And Peter rounds up his group. I guess it was his like last little consortium with them or whatever. And the other team, Sandra's like, you want to go see? I guess, do y'all want to go see what the faithful of the faithfuls are talking about? They were like, yeah, let's go see. And Peter was like, we're trying to talk real quick or something like that, or it's something like that. And she was like, why are y'all trying to talk in here by yourself and things like that? He was like, look, I know you probably gonna get me tonight, you know what I'm saying? And she kept saying, "Oh, are you a bulldog? Are you a bulldog detective? Are you you're like a bloodhound, so you're just gonna lead the charge while you're here?" And you're just, I was like, "Girl, you are just steady showing that you're a traitor." It's just, I don't know, it's too much. I would ignore Pete. I would have been ignoring Peter and talking up. His crew going with him. I've been over with the rest of the people, just making sure they with me. You know what I'm saying? All right, I don't know. So they go. The two traitors go back. That's Phaedra and Pavarti. And why Phaedra is just playing like just let these people make all the decisions, I don't know. Because they're sitting there talking about how crazy the round table was and how they Peter is like Phaedra's like, hey, you on the chopping block way harder than me. You in the ICU, I'm walking into the hospital. So, if you want Peter, then cool. Well, here come Dandy Man, Mr. Allen. He come and he say, now y'all can unalive somebody, but you also can recruit one of the faithfuls to be in. And I said, oh, that's cute. But who would you really want to recruit? This heifer, Pavarti, says she wants to recruit Peter. So, ma'am, the integrity in which Peter is rocking, he's not going to do what you say. Well, she said, I just want to recruit my enemy on, and watch him sit back and turn against his people. I just don't see it. Do y'all see that happening? I do not see Peter going against his people like that. The way you and Dan did, that's the type of stuff y'all would do. I don't see Peter doing that. I feel like it was a waste for them. I was mad at Phaedra for going along with that and them trying to recruit Peter. I'm really interested to see what he's going to do, because I did see a clip where she's supposed to go off on somebody from The Bachelor. And I'm thinking, if they recruited him and he goes against Phaedra, that's him trying to let his crew again know, I know somebody else. And Phaedra would have let that girl talk her into some more. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think what they should have did, I don't think that that Peter should have went home. I think they should have left Peter alone, and they should have took out somebody else in his crew. Okay? They couldn't have took out anyone else outside of his crew, because then they'd be like, oh, they're trying to throw us off the scent. But I think they needed to have taken out like a CT or a Bergie or a Kevin out that crew. Oh my gosh, John read Dan down, talking about the treachery deserves banishment, honey. Ooh, John read Dan down to the ground, honey. His head started burning up. I was like, oh my gosh. But honey, they made a mistake offering that boy to be on their team. I'm about to go watch now. This is the last episode. Well, now I'm gonna have to start watching every week. Excuse me. This is the last episode. This will be my last review for the night. I'm very upset about the happenings at the traitor turret after episode 6. So let's go to 7. I'll be back soon.